Blessed Virgin Mary. I say Catholic tradition because not everything is in the Bible, but it is also in the oral tradition of the Catholic Church. In the devotion to the Blessed Mother, we have given her one very powerful title in the litany every time we say it in the Rosary, Mary, Health of the Sick. Let's give her a big hand. The role of Mary in the Bible was evidently a very good woman concerned for the health of everyone. Don't you remember how she assisted Elizabeth in giving birth? Because it was a very delicate childbirth. Because you already know that Elizabeth was old and Mary was there assisting until she gave birth to John the Baptist. Don't you also remember that it was a difficult birth for Mary to give birth to child Jesus at the manger, only with Joseph and some people assisting her. But she delivered so successfully that now we have Emmanuel, God with us. Many people have also forgotten that the journey to Egypt needs a lot of health care. They were running away from the wrath of the king who wanted to kill their child. But passing through the desert, it must be a very wise mother to look after her child on the way from Bethlehem to Egypt. And again, you will remember how Mother Mary was so good at child custody because, like many other children, her child was once disappeared in the temple and she never went home until she found back Jesus. Don't ever forget that Mother Mary was also against stress. There was supposed to be a big stress when they ran out of wine in the wedding of Cana. But Mother Mary was so good at mental health that she forced Jesus to do the first miracle and gave it a big hand. It was the best one. Should I tell you how good Mother Mary is also at the cross? She watched every drop of blood coming out from the dying Son, Jesus. And she was there, watching him, looking at him eye to eye, and saying, don't ever dare give up. Give Mother Mary a big hand. She was so good at powerful. Now you tell me if I have no reason why to call her the health of the sick. Saint Simon Stock, one of the oldest saints in the Catholic Church, used to call her the medicine of sinners. Saint Ephrem used to call Mother Mary the strong source of health for those who call upon her. That is why, brothers and sisters, in May the 13th, 1992, John Paul II, our Saint Pope, Saint John Paul II declared that every February 11, it will be dedicated not only to Our Lady of Lourdes, but also dedicated to all the sick in the whole world. And you are lucky to listen to 103.7 FM because right now, the angels are on the way to your home, curing every sick in your house. Oh, I still remember how this Our Lady of Lourdes started. It was in 1858. No one was born among here at that time. If you are, please tell me how you do it. 1858. February 11, a little girl from the village of France, Lourdes, saw the Blessed Mother in the grotto of Massabielle. She called the woman the White Woman because she never knew she was Mother Mary. Until she said, come here every 15 days. For 15 days. For those 15 days, I will tell you many things. I will teach you many things. And so, Bernadette, our saint, went to the grotto of Massabielle in Lourdes, France, that we all now know as the Shrine of Our Lady of Lourdes. Not to forget, on February 25th, 1858, on the last day, Mother Mary commanded Bernadette to scratch the ground of the grotto until springs of water came and asked the little girl to drink it. Of course, when you are drinking mud water, the first thing that people think you are a mad woman. And she drank it. Until they realized that Bernadette was right, because if you go to Lourdes right now, that little spring of water is now a pool of water that heals millions and millions of people from 1858 up to 2022. Give the Blessed Mother. Now you tell me how it started. There was a woman from the village who fell from the top of the hill and broke her arm until that arm started swelling and having wounds. And one day she decided to go to that water that Bernadette has scratched from the ground. She put her hand there and vowed. And the first miracle she lifted it up, it was as healthy as my hand, as you can see right now. Now I know those people who do not like Mother Mary say that is a lie. Then what happens to all your testimony on the TV? I can also say it's a lie. Mhm. We all have our own days. Today is the day of Mother Mary. Excuse me. I will only share with you 3 messages of Mother Mary in Our Lady of Lourdes that will console you in times of your sickness. Those of you who are listening to me, these are words of Mother Mary to Saint Bernadette that can help you, especially when you are very sick. Listen carefully. Number 1 is she said, I do not promise to make you happy in this world, but in the next. This is a good message for you who are constantly suffering in this world. That there is heaven waiting for you even though you are having a back pain every day. And even if the doctor said you have a terminal illness of cancer of the cervix and cancer of this, cancer of that, you know that the fun has not ended here here on earth. Mother Mary promised you a joy in the next life. Please remember these beautiful words if your life has been a misery of health issues. Mother Mary said, I do not promise you to make you happy on earth, on this world, but in the next. The second beautiful words of Mother Mary, especially when you are suffering from so many diseases and you do not know what to do with your suffering. Mother Mary said 3 times. Everybody say, penance, penance, penance.
Penance, penance, penance.
What would you remind yourself when you have a headache?
Penance, penance, penance.
And somebody is really beating you so hard.
Penance, penance, penance.
When you have a problem in your stomach and it is really, really aching.
Penance, penance, penance.
Give yourself a big hand. Because everybody these days is about being comfortable and prosperous, we have forgotten that even our sufferings can become an act of penitence and mortification. Mother Mary reminded us that you don't have to kick off all your sufferings. It can be a source of penance for yourself and for your salvation. I know many people will not agree with this in this millennium, but it has been said in 1858 that Mother Mary reminded Bernadette that in times of her suffering, he must remember 3 things. What are those?
Penance, penance, penance.
Give yourself a big new pastor. The last words of Mother Mary will even be very beautiful for those people who are suffering by stress or by diseases, because some people are making you miserable. Mother Mary said, pray for sinners. Everybody say that.
Pray for sinners.
What are you going to do when your sickness is very hard?
Pray for sinners.
When we are having a lot of bodily pains?
Pray for sinners.
When your life at home is really a stress for you and your pressure is going high?
Pray for sinners.
Give yourself a big hand in this. Abide in these 3 recommendations of Mother Mary, that you will be happy in the next world even if you suffer in this world. Penance, penance, penance. as a true motivation why you should suffer. And if some people in your family need conversion, it's high time you accept those sicknesses and offer it for the conversion of sins. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death.